Hi, in this video we're going to go through inventory. So if I navigate to the inventory in the menu system, then we can see here several inventory items already set up. For most people, you would expect inventory just to be products, and we have got some products here. So we've got a book, some golf balls, some t-shirts, but we have actually also got some services. So project management and implementation, a branding exercise, desktop network support via email and phone. I hope that's an annual cost. And half-day training for Microsoft Office. So you can see that it doesn't have to just be product, it can also be service items. And the reason for that, I'll show you in a minute. It's to do with setting up invoices. Makes it so much quicker and easier. So if we look quickly at adding a new item, so you can add a new item code, and you can see just down the side here that that's basically what you would type in as like a short name to get an item. So if we set up, for example, if I was a hairdresser, I might want to set up a cut and blow dry. It's a standard item that I'm going to sell to lots of people. It's going to be the same invoice settings. So let's do that. Right, so cut and blow dry. And we'll just type in here, cut and blow dry. Now, tracking is generally to do with actual products. There's a whole load of information to do with tracking, and I will go through that in a separate video. But for what we're doing now, for a service, you don't need to track it. That's not going to show you anything. But if you do track, if you've got a product, for example, this book, you can track the incoming books and the sales of the books. So your purchases and your sales. So we won't tick that for this one. I purchased this item. I'm not going to purchase anything to do with a cut and blow dry. I create it custom made for the client or customer each time they come in. But I do sell this item. So I'm going to sell it for £35. My sales account will be my standard sales account because it's one of my standard sales. I'm going to charge 20% VAT on that. And my sales description, cut and blow dry. There's not really much more to say. So I'll save that so we can see it's come in here. If I just click quickly into one of the products so that you can see that, then you can see here we can also set up the purchases accounts. So I buy the book for $15.95. It goes into my purchases account, which happens to be $300. My tax rate is 20%, so I pay 20% on the cost of my book and obviously a description. And then for the sales, I sell it for $19.95 and it goes into the sales account, and obviously I charge 20% VAT on it. Now down here we can see some of the recent transactions. You can see here it says 1662. Now that doesn't appear to be any of these numbers, but if we click through to the invoice, then we can see here that the amounts are tax inclusive. So where we've got this book, that's 1662, that's 20% VAT inclusive, exclusive, so the VAT is added on down here. If we change that to inclusive, then that would change to 1995. Okay, so now we've set up the inventory item, let's go to sales and quickly set up a new invoice. So you can see here, if I was selling that cut and blow dry, I would have to type in here cut and blow dry. I've sold one of them, I've got £35. I'm doing this all from memory or from a price list sat next to me. I'm not going to have any discount account. Now, which one was that I was going to put it into? Oh yeah, sales 200. That's automatically come up with 20% VAT. I want to say tax inclusive, that's fine. So you can see that took me maybe 30 seconds to fill in, and that's because I knew what I was looking at. However, if I go into item and I go cut, there we go. I just need to type the C and it actually brings up anything with a C in it. So cut and blow dry. See how much quicker and easier that was? So you can do that with anything that are likely to be the same information on your invoices for multiple clients. And that's not to say you can't change it. If you've decided to sell something for £40 because they looked rich, then you just change it. Similarly, if you want to apply discount because it was a mate, just bung in your discount. And you can also change any of these fields if you need to or want to. So just because it's set up doesn't mean you can't change it. I hope you found that useful, and please have a look at our other videos. Thanks, bye.